What up, playa? I'm just squatting like a skant down here in an apple box. This is our What Are the Twos Trying to Tell Ya 2022 Tarot and Oracle Reading Extravaganza. And I hope you're ready because we're going to pull some cards and we're going to see what the year ahead has in store. And it's going to be like a general kind of overlook of the energetic weather or influence over the month, sort of the overarching themes. And I'm really excited. Let's get started. All right, so I've been doing this reading for myself over the last few years, and I found it to be really, really helpful and really accurate, especially like if I can refer back to it, at the beginning of every month throughout the year, I can kind of like be more present and aware and know what to be on the lookout for, know what to be kind of aware of or avoid the pitfalls or whatever. So it helps me avoid obstacles and seize opportunities and sort of be able to roll with the punches or just align with the flow of the month. If I know that the energy is going to be like this certain way and it's just there's nothing I can do about it, then at least you can kind of set yourself up to like work with that and be flexible and agile and just spry and like ready to move it and groove it. So I am using the Archetypes deck by Kim Krans, Animal Spirit by Kim Krans, The Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krans, Goddess Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radley Valentine, and the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sturl, I think it is. All right, let's get to it. Well, I love the overall arching energy for the year. So from the archetypal deck, we pulled the Sustainer, and that's like our anchor for the whole year. And I love this because it assures us that no matter what we're going through, we will be sustained, and to stay connected to that source that sustains all. And there's one force of energy and consciousness in the universe that is uniform and continuous and eternal. And that is what is animating everything, and it's what is sustaining everything, and it's what sends you boons and miracles and gifts. And it's also sometimes has a sense of humor with us and plays tricks, but no, not tricks. That was a misspoken. That was wrong. I would say it's more like the lessons are sometimes probably hilarious to all the people watching through the hidden camera that we all think is like following us around. So yes, and when we speak of the universe, to me, the universe is like the first incarnation of that unified consciousness and that source energy. That source energy was condensed and it burst through in a singularity that was the Big Bang, and that's how like our physical universe is manifested. So all of that source energy came through, and then everything has its imprint, its signature. That's kind of what brings things to life. And I think even inanimate material, everything is just made of that, so, and it gets more nuanced and focused, and that's a whole other like series of videos. So we're always being sustained, and we can connect to that source through the eye of our heart. There's like a bridge. Our heart is like an information source. It's like a brain. And psychically, it's a bridge between our soul to our higher self, to our spirit, that is like in direct connection to like the eternal beingness. So we can get quiet and we can make it an intention to get still and try to connect with that. And when you knock, the door is opened, and when you seek, you find. And so it takes a while, but if you're devoted and you keep showing up to stuff and you keep trying to learn it, then it will reveal itself to you. And it's different. It's a different journey for everyone. For me, I'm inclined to prophecy, symbols, the occult, astrology, magic. Like magic comes easy to me. I can see it in life. I can accept it. It doesn't. I'm not struggling to, reconcile that with my belief in science. Like, I believe that it all works together, and so it's like silly to argue. But y'all can if you want to. I don't care. I don't have any beef with you. I am on the side of both. So we will be sustained this year. And not just like enough to get by. I really feel like this is the start of building new and solid foundations and solid systems that are going to continue to sustain us, that we can grow on. And there's a lot of hope coming in. There's a lot of real potential and real exciting energy. Very like, just like swept off my feet, and I'm like falling in love with life. And like, has anybody seen Ted Lasso? Do you know like that one guy that's like, football is life? Like, everything is gonna be like that, or it can be. But it's like there's the Six of Pentacles over here that's like give and take, equal give and take, because the dark side of the sustainer is that you can overwork yourself and not ask for help, or give too much and just burn yourself out and run yourself ragged and become resentful. So I'm gonna read the sustainer card when we're done with the overall like talk, but I just think it's like it's got a really poignant way that she actually like puts that message out. That's not exactly what I'm talking about, but I just think that we should know that that creator, we're being sustained, and those hands are like shaping this ball of clay. It's like that universal ball of clay. We are shaping that ball of clay within us and within our life now, because this year is all about big new starts and really following your greatest joys and truest authenticities, and just really trying to connect with yourself this year and find out like what are the things that are real, that I really value and really spark joy in me, and like how do I want to like paint my life into like this artist, like a masterpiece, that's every day is I can just keep going because it's like a pleasure to show up. Let's see if we have any. This is a 24 card. So I don't know if 24 has any significance to anybody else, but 2 and 4 is 6, and it is a 6 year. That's our universal number, baby. And what are the twos trying to tell us? 2, partnership, pairings, pairing talents together, pairing strengths and weaknesses. When they fuse together in alchemy, they become a superpower. So, and it's like a unique superpower to you, because all your quirks make you you. So I love that. So we have the 2 and the 4. The 4 is about stability. It's about systems. It's about the square. Solid, baby. Closed up. All the corners are accounted for. Okay, so the square is stable to build on. It's sturdy. It's durable. It's strong. The elk is our animal spirit. This is like a divine masculine character. I'm going to read his description too, but this is about that divine masculine principle of active energy, going for it, being optimistic, not being like don't get deterred, don't be discouraged, just keep showing up. Like, don't even let rejection roll off of your back. Be determined, be persistent, put yourself out there and go for it. And also be true and in alignment with your values. Be noble, be thinking about when you're the strong elk, it's like a leadership. It's kind of like the Emperor card, but like a more positive role, then maybe sometimes the Emperor can be more controlling, and maybe the Elk can be a little bit, maybe he can be a little bit too Virgo, maybe he can nitpick a little bit, but and maybe he can be a little bit too bold, like walking and like stepping on people and being too blunt and not thinking about it sometimes, but he means well, and he's got a vision and he knows where he's going, and he's strong and he's prepared. So it's like, trust that Elk spirit that is leading you this year, like a caring father. And it's awesome that the Elk is coming as the father, because we don't have to project our humanly father on the Elk. The Elk is like a spirit guide who has father energy that is showing us the way. Have you thought about what you want for yourself? Are these people treating you right? You know, is your car, like, do you have oil in your car? How are your windshield wipers? Mine, not looking so good right now. So the Father keeps like the kingdom in order, and he's making sure that all the practical day-to-day stuff. This year is a lot about chop wood, carry water, and then nourish yourself spiritually, and you're setting the systems in place. It's like a lot of the pieces and stuff, you've already worked it out, you've already set these things in motion, but you're going to start building on them and building these new habits and patterns, and following through on things that you've wanted to do for a long time, but you just didn't there were so many things in planets in retrograde, things that we were discovering about ourselves that were getting us so much more honed in on our message, our vision, our what we like, what we don't like moving the pieces and like organizing the things so that we could start like from like a prime, like poised for success, poised for greatness, poised for like the optimal, like optimization check. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and read Elk, Mr. Elk, but our next card is the Star, and it's just like, it's so hopeful. It's the message of hope, healing, you know, renewal, the light after a dark time. So, and it's interesting because we've been talking about how the last couple of years have just been like brutal. And the card 15, which is the devil, and the tower 16, which is the crashing towers, that's when like, okay, you're in the grips of this like illusion that like there is no other way. And then the towers crash and you're like, oh my God, all of my like false senses of security are crashing around me and I'm completely disillusioned. Oh my God, like everything that I was just sort of like, you know, stable and like, you know, leaning on, and all my crutches have been like taken. And so you're just like, fuck. It's usually like coupled with a big event in your life or something, like a spiritual awakening. Like the first ones are like very jolting, and then I think it gets like you work out the worst parts of the things when you're willing to like really see what the lessons are telling you, and so you can get the worst part of it out early on. And a spiritual awakening, if you haven't really ever had one before, you have a lot of emotions coming out and it feels insane, but keep with it, because they're still living in there. If you decide that it's not convenient, they're still going to fester. They can still affect your life in a very negative way. So it's better to just let the emotions all come out, commit and devote to it. Let yourself be insane for a little bit. Do a lot of self-care. Take a lot of salt baths, you know, sleep with moonstones, new moonstones. I have one somewhere in the room, but it's not on the table. Let all of that emotion get like sucked out of your body, like through sweat, through like, it'll purge physically, it'll purge emotionally. Like you'll just have to be crazy, and you'll be like crying in the car, and then you'll be like, you know, and you'll go in and you'll be like, hey everybody, how's it going? And then you'll like go back and like cry in the car on the way home, and that's cool because it'll only be for a little while. But when you really lean in and let yourself like feel it productively and like reflect in a strategic way where you're asking yourself like, oh, what's coming up in a trance? You know, when you're off in a vision, like, you know, what comes forward to your consciousness, or like, oh, that memory, what was that? And then you go back and you kind of unpack it a little bit, and you're like, wow, no wonder I feel like this about these things, because like my subconscious was like traumatized or like really like galvanized by this idea, this experience, this small thing that I saw in passing that really stuck and like started replaying this like unconscious belief, right? So we're getting all those, we're sucking all those out and we're purging them, and they're getting shoved to the highway and sent out with the garbage. And so that is the 2021 we just had. Now is the year of 17, the star, after the devil and the crashing tower of 16. 17 is the star, and it's the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's healing, and it's hope, and it is telling you that, like, hey, the darkest times are over, the worst is behind you, it's all gonna get better from here. Just hold on for one more day, gotta hold on. Next we have Mama Kocha. This is from our goddess oracle. This is our goddess archetype that, you know, we're going to take her essence and the lesson that comes with her and apply it to the month. And so she is the mother of water. We're going to read her card because I think that it's important to know the details that surround her. This is a 33, a master number. I don't know what master number 33 is, but I know it is one. So we'll all look that up together later. But yes, so water is an important element in this card. Water is the element associated with your second or sacral chakra. This is where all of your sexual shame is held. Your creativity, your fertility, your sexual expression, your sexual health, like this is where you hold and create life. So this is your womb, and everyone has this spiritually, but the water is associated with this realm. This is also, water in this realm is associated with being in touch with the astral realms. This is the realm of intuition, of sixth sense, of like hearing that you can't hear with your ears, inner vision, claircognizance, clairvoyance, all of the different clairs, dreams, astral projection, lucid dreaming. All of those are the energy center of the sacral chakra, the connection to the moon, ruled by the moon, and in connection with water. So Mama Kocha is kind of like bringing us messages in association with water, but letting us know that this year water will be a big theme. Maybe we should all work with water as a thematically this year for healing, like spending time in nature near bodies of water, taking baths, ritual baths with salts and oils that are, and crystals and things that are promoting like certain energetic cleansing and healing and enhancement. So working with water, working with your intuition, working with your psychic gifts, learning to do dream work is something we can all do because we all have dreams. So you can set an intention at night to start sleeping deeper and remembering your dreams and being, you know, an active participant in them. And then when you wake up in the morning, write it down as soon as you can. And then my favorite website to look up dream interpretations, it's always so accurate, and it has like the most random like things that you would never think of, but it's dreammoods.com, and it looks like someone's aunt built it in like 1993 or 4, and the part of the website is down, and it's like, this is under construction, so use the little thing that you just like click on the A or the B or the C, and you look up like alphabetically, and then within those there's like subcategories where you can like kind of like group the results in smaller groups. But yeah, so keep a dream journal, see what your dreams are telling you. Some of my dreams are really prophetic. Some of them are just telling me like what is going on in the moment, where I'm like, yeah, I already knew that. But like sometimes I get something tells me something that I haven't been wanting to admit to myself, that I've been avoiding or that I've been turning a blind eye to. So the dreams can really tell you a lot. And Yeah. And so next we have the Knight of Cups, which is so exciting because this is like this energy that's like rolling into your life, like da 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 da, like he's like the romance novel guy. Like this is Jamie Fraser. Hello, I'm Fraser, and Jamie is my husband. Jamie is my husband. So Jamie Fraser's coming to the rescue of our lives. And this is like kind of like Stella got her groove back energy. It's like, ooh, you know, you're falling in love with life again. You're feeling good. Like you know, you have lust for life. You want to go taste things and like experience things and like make things and do things and hang out with people and have a good time and be, you know, all a ball of fire and, you know, just be cool with being full of yourself. This could also be outside institutions or people or opportunities that are coming in to bring you experiences that also offer this vibration. Or it might be Fabio himself galloping in like I need a hero, like I'm, you know, that's pretty fun. So maybe some actual literal like, you know, hoochie coochie this year. Let's hope. And then last but not least, we have Six of Pentacles, which it is a 6th year. And I love Six of Pentacles because it's usually comes with an unexpected windfall or promotion or some gift or something to do with charity. Maybe you're doing so well that you can start giving to a charity that you really believe in. That's one of my big goals and like something that I've always wanted to be able to do significantly and consistently, and you know, I could do more of. But yeah, so Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. So I want you to think about everything in your life and make sure that it is an equal give and take. And that is consistent with our readings that have been also about the year, about the Lover's card, about the 6 energy in general, about restructuring our lives so that our lives are in alignment with what we really value, and make sure that when we have a job that we're working with people that, like, you know, it's like an equal exchange and it's good and it's give and take and it's like easy come and go, and you know, we're getting paid and compensated the way that we want to be for our work that's reasonable and fair, but even more so like plus, like whatever your worth's at, you know, whatever you can deliver on and whatever you can make happen for yourself. And so make sure that you're investing your time and your energy and your resources in things that are giving you back what you want from them. And so if you're going to try to master a skill, study and like get yourself a good study like system that works for you so that you can actually start like retaining and understanding the material and putting it to use. Make the most of your investment. If you bought a course, do it. You know, if you bought a bunch of books and you haven't read them yet, read them. Like, now's the time. So give and receive for what you're giving. Like the people in your life, you give communication and receive communication. Give your like generous spirit to them and receive it from them graciously. It's give and take. If those relationships are like way off balance this year, I'm not one that's like, get that person out of your life, burn that bridge and never look back. But like, I'm, you know, maybe like try to start steering them in a more equal direction, or have a cordial conversation about it that's not like emotional or like, why aren't you? And, you know, like, don't get emotional. Just be like, Brene Brown has a lot of good advice about this, about the whole like, this is the story that I'm telling myself, or just neutral communication. And yeah, so give and take, windfalls, unexpected money coming in, possibility, but usually if I get Six of Pentacles, that means money's falls out of the sky and like I get like a big chunk of cash or something that I didn't expect. So I think that it's going to be a really great year, very profitable, very organized and stable, but it's going to be up to us to put those systems in place, show up daily with chopping wood and carrying water, and understanding that like setting up sustainable rhythms and schedules and lifestyles. Set up sustainability for yourself. What is sustainable? What can you maintain? What can you keep going with? And what isn't? What is no longer sustainable? And what like little mindsets can you tweak within yourself that are like, oh, you know what? I never considered that option, or oh, I didn't think about it that way before, or you know what? I'm gonna quit worrying about that, and I'm just gonna not, like, anytime it comes up, I'm gonna be like, not my cross, put it down, give somebody else a ride. Right? I don't think I'm going to read Sustainer anymore because I think that we covered it pretty well. The elk, I think we covered elk really good too. It's about this like noble, like dependable, divine masculine energy that we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. And so when we even that out, and it's like everybody has a different like balance of each, but we have to learn how to, like, I guess, surf our own waves of that, and like learn how to approach our life with those things considered, with the energy that we have, like kind of adjust ourselves and like evolve to meet those two together. And so the masculine, which is upright, and the feminine, which is the inverse, like come together in that 6-point star in the divine holy marriage of masculine and feminine, which means that you are like integrated and whole and like, you know, living consciously and within your healthy powers. Okay, so that is already way too long. It's 24 minutes, and that was just the overarching mood of the year. So we're gonna move on to January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And we might just split up the video into like multiple parts throughout the week. So we'll see how it goes. All right. All right, I'm back. I left for a minute and went and made turkey and lentil stew. She cooks, she cleans, she tears up the seams. So I decided while I was cooking that I will just post individual videos for each month. So this has been the overview of the year, and next will be January, followed by the rest of the year. All right, well, I think we're off to a really good start, and I'm really excited. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.